Have you ever noticed that people are misunderstanding what you say? That people are jumping to the wrong conclusions, and you feel this need to correct them. You have this need to get people to see your point of view. That will drive you crazy. And that's, one thing. While I can see we're going into this big black hole, this is what anger does. This is what frustration does. Um, Fear, anger, hate. As long as you have that inside you and you judge another person, what's actually happening is you're seeing your own reflection. So it's best in the future when you see somebody that's misunderstanding you. It's probably just best to wish them well and on their way. If you get caught up in the trap of trying to prove somebody wrong, or like I just made the mistake of trying to respond and give my perspective to somebody else's misinterpretation of things that I'm saying and doing. And apparently, I'm a big, horrible person now because I disagree with what she sees. And I'm finding that's happening an awful lot is people want to have this big argument. And if you get caught up in trying to prove your point of view, you're only going to drive yourself crazy. People are going to want to see what they want to see, and half the time they're reflecting. That's a psychological term. um, you know when you judge another person, the only person you're judging is yourself. The only thing you can see is through the glasses that you're wearing. If you are wearing fearful glasses, all you're going to see is fear in other people. If you are filled with anger, all you're going to see is angry people. If you see horrible people, then, if you have horrible glasses on, you're going to see nothing but horrible. Um, and you can't be the one that convinces them to take those glasses off. You can, they gotta want to take those glasses off themselves and want to see something completely different. So I know in my channel I may have my points of view, but they're not out there to cause any arguments with anybody. I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. I'm just simply sharing what I know, trying to be productive, um, and do something that I know that I've done a lot of research from, and only posting things that I know that have worked for me. And if it works for anybody else, then hey, great. If it doesn't, then you know what? Click to another channel. Find something that's in tune with you. And um, these insights with YouTube, they kind of show you what people are searching for. And it's like everybody's searching. I mean, the highest rated videos that I've got are more of warnings about how bad things are. So obviously, everybody's searching for information on how bad things are. And while they're looking for this information, they're also giving it an extremely low rating as if it's a bad thing. So, yet, I've also posted positive things, and nobody's searching for them, and they're not getting high ratings. So, isn't that interesting? We're searching for things that we're actually disagreeing with, with the low ratings. So, it's pretty insane if you can look at it from a bigger perspective of, okay, what's really going on here. So the best thing to do to keep your sanity, to keep your own health, is don't get caught up in it. When somebody's angry, there's nothing you can do. They have to be the ones that want to pull out of their anger. If somebody wants to be in fear, you can't make them not feel fearless. They have to want they have to want it first. And when they want it, they'll find it. And that's been exactly the same situation for me. And that's where you kind of reflect on your own life all the time. It's like, go out there and judge somebody. And while you're judging somebody, step back and say, okay, but that's really coming from me. And then you can see where you're at and see where you want to go. Do you really want to be there? Do you want to be looking through those glasses? That's what I do all the time. When I see something negative in other people, then I know that it's coming from me, and I know that that's something that I have to work on. And then all of a sudden, I don't see it anymore. The landscape changes completely as soon as I change what I see, what's in myself. So when other people judge you, don't get caught up in trying to prove your point. There's no sense in it. Save yourself. Have your point of view. Do as much judging as you can. As long as you're judging it, know that you're the only person you're judging is yourself. It's impossible to judge other people. You can't do it. It's just not the game that's being played. What you see out there is actually coming from you. And yes, there is big bad evil force on a global scale. What's happening to us on a global scale? Well, we want to see this Illuminati not being responsible. Then look at ourselves. Are we responsible? Or do we want somebody just telling us what to do? I mean, at some point, you got to understand that, if we want to see there's an Illuminati, there's only a few of them and a billion of us. How is it that we have no power while they have all the power? All they've got is a couple of papers that are green, and they put beliefs and attachments and value onto paper that we're agreeing with it. So it's like, go ahead and judge them, but when you're judging them, can you see yourself? Be responsible, be accountable. What is it you want? And to make a shift, isn't it going to be a little different to make a shift? To go from one sense of this economy system to something different. We don't even know what different is. We're too busy complaining. We don't even know what it is we want. We're too busy disagreeing with each other. As long as we're disagreeing with each other, guess what? The very few win, because they got all of that green paper that we're still agreeing with while we're disagreeing with each other. So, in my opinion, humanity is still friggin' totally insane, and I'm part of humanity, so I'll put myself in there too. If I see insanity out there, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing my own insanity out there. So it's just be peaceful and loving and forgiving of yourself, and just keep asking, how can I grow from this? How can I get better? Peace out.